You're watching CNN.com Live.
Well, here's an interesting twist on a story we've been covering for a while. The nation's economic crisis is now playing in the debate over same-sex marriage. You see, some say legalizing same-sex marriage would boost the economy. Others say it's actually too costly to society in the long run. CNN's Chris Welch has been following this debate. He wrote an article on CNN.com, and he joins us more on this. I know, Chris, you talked to two lawmakers who you would think would be on the same side of this issue, but they're actually in opposition.
That's right, Reggie. This is an interesting twist to the economy debate. What will help the economy? What will hurt the economy? We actually sat down with a Democratic lawmaker here in Minnesota and a Republican lawmaker here in Minnesota. Now, both men happen to be gay. The Democrat supports this bill and actually proposed one of the gay marriage bills in the state's legislature now. The Republican also happens to be gay, but he disagrees, and he does not feel this is something that we should pass right now. He's against it, more or less. The reasoning he uses is the economy as well. So both men are using the economy, the Democrat using the economy, saying, look, this is a nice side bonus. Obviously, it's not his main argument. Equal rights is still his main argument. But the economy is a nice, oh, and by the way, here's a little extra revenue that we could get. But also what he used when he talked about the economy was the fact that families, when people are legally married, it's easier for them to purchase homes. It's easier for them to purchase property. They can have joint credit. Health insurance benefits would go to the partner. So in these economic times, he argues that's a huge benefit. Now, the Republican who disagrees says the economy is exactly the reason why we shouldn't be looking at this, because we have more pressing issues right now. He also cited his constituents. He says he's from a more conservative district, and they don't want him to vote that way. And interestingly enough, this has created a little bit of a stir on the blogs. He's gotten quite a bit of I guess he hasn't gotten any support really from the GLBT community. A lot of people though have been sending him hate mail, calling him bigot, saying shame on you. Here's a clip from our interview the other day.
That's just one of hundreds of emails that I think is really kind of unproductive to send to me. Here I'm called, it says, "Sir, I have one word for you, Judas." So, do these things hurt? Well, of course they hurt. I'm human.
But other than the argument that when families are together, they're more stable, they're more willing to contribute to society, they're financially better off, they get the benefits of the partner, the other argument that's being made is actually the Williams Institute at UCLA School of Law. They study sexual orientation and public policy. What they've come up with is interesting research that says gay marriage would actually bring millions of dollars of revenue especially to early states that decide to pass these laws. Why is that? Well, tourism would be a big part of this. Say Minnesota were to pass a gay marriage law into effect tomorrow. States neighboring it that don't have gay marriage laws on the books, those people, those same-sex couples would all be filtering into Minnesota. Tourism would be a huge factor, and they estimate maybe $10, even $15 million could be coming to the state for that. Now, that's a small amount of money when you look at the budget as a whole, and the state's budget deficit is about $6 billion right now. But supporters say, look, in this economy, that's nothing to scoff at.
But Chris, the reality is, I'm kind of guessing that none of this really matters because this bill isn't going to pass anyway.
That's right. Most lawmakers here are thinking this is probably not the time that this is going to get through. It's not the time that the legislature is going to want to vote for this. But they wanted to get it out there. They wanted to get these on the books. They wanted to propose them, have them introduced in the legislature, and get them out there that way. Now, of course, these bills are being met with opposition from people in addition to the Republican senator, State Senator Coring, on this bill. The Minnesota Family Council has voiced their opinion saying, look, this is not going to help the economy. This conservative group says this will hurt the economy because what it will do is it will hurt families. It will devalue traditional marriage, thus leading to more divorce and more people on the streets. And they say that's not going to help the economy in any way.